We still have some people joining. We'll be starting the webinar in about 1 minute. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on your location in the world. My name is Mike Mahan. I am the sales director for LANSA. Joining me today is Eugene King. He's one of our senior sales engineers. He's actually just starting his 26th year with LANSA. So lots of expertise on the phone, certainly from his perspective. We're going to spend about the next 40 minutes or so covering our visual LANSA product and how it relates to partners, in particular our ISVs. So the table of contents, so basically what we're going to cover today, we'll spend a little bit of time about what low code is, why do low code projects fail, and basically how we can help with that. Then we're going to spend the majority of the time covering a demonstration of exactly how visual LANSA operates with some examples. And the idea is you will get an understanding of how this could help you develop applications much more quickly and maintain them at lower cost. We'll wrap up with a short overview of our partner program, and then we'll jump right into Q&A at the end. So at this point, I'd like to kind of formally introduce Eugene, and he will take over for now. Eugene?
Help if I unmute myself at that point. Okay, so thank you, Mike. So what I want to first do is just take a look at what is low code. You'll find that the low code is the word of the day in the market, and really we want to look at how LANSA compares to other sorts of low code tools, focusing on visual LANSA, and in fact we'll do a demo a little bit later, as Mike mentioned. So what exactly is low code? Well, low code is an alternative method of application development that focuses on things like templates, wizards, drag and drop functions, automatic code generations, plugins, or pre-built connectors, all aim of reducing the amount of hand coding. Now, low code is designed to allow the developer to focus on solutions rather than focusing on how to code a solution. It employs the WYSIWYG concept. What you visually see on the screen is how your application will render. Now, there are certain issues with low code, and this is why a lot of the low code projects fail. And the first one is unfamiliar environment and concepts for the developers. So model-based low code is centered around creating workflows and a drag and drop graphical interface. Traditional developers may have difficulty adjusting to this new environment and the new way of working. They will lose a lot of control over what they are doing, as everything is built using a modeling tool. Developers love to code, and writing code to solve problems is how they prefer to handle complex situations. There's also a limit in the flexibility in the development environment. So the developer can create processes and logical decisions only if the low-code platform has the module to do so. The developer is often limited to the features available inside the platform's development environment. If the platform does not offer a solution to the problem, then a developer must leave it and create a workaround using another tool. Now, once this has been done, then a connector must be created to link the workaround to the low-code solution. So in short, anything the developer needs to accomplish that isn't available on the platform cannot be completed with that particular development tool. There's also a difficulty in handling complex requirements. So imagine using a really complex coding solution that needs several different types of connections to several external resources, and then having to make the processing decision based on what each resource returned, only to find that each resource returned data in a different format. This then needs to be reformatted into a common format to be used by your own systems. Now, try solving that using a graphical interface. Using dragging and dropping the icons onto that interface would lead to a very convoluted and complex solution, which will be hard to maintain going forward. Without a way to handle these complex processes, model-based low-code platforms are not capable of handling large enterprise applications by themselves. There are also hidden costs. Now, the cost of these types of projects can spiral out of control very quickly because the cost is dependent on a number of factors: the number of end users, number of servers, and also on the size and the number of applications that you're developing. Deployment costs are high as well. So everything is SaaS and deployment is per application, and in some cases can even be time limited. Options like 3 apps for 3 years. Also, application maintenance post-deployment can also be slow and costly due to the lack of immediate access. Integration is another issue. So most model-based low-code platforms come with a number, and in some cases a large number of modules for the most popular integration requirements. However, if one is not provided, especially for your on-prem application, then a custom-built connector is required. This again will need to be created and maintained outside the low-code platform development environment.